listening to Coleman Community Radio's channel for Coleman County sports. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. You're listening to Coleman Community Radio's Coleman County Sports Channel. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute. Listening to Coleman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Coleman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
Across the state of Alabama tonight, a lot of seniors are not doing all right. The sport they played in some cases since they were 6 years old has ended for them. Father Time remains undefeated, and an entire group of kids transitioned from being high school football players to former high school football players. To the lucky few who still have life, it's do or die time. You stay alive and you get to play another week. You slip and make one mistake and your dream comes to an end. On one sideline is Carver of Birmingham, a team with nothing left to lose. Facing them are the purple and gold juggernaut that is the Fairview Aggies. For Fairview, it's been a season of firsts, including first undefeated regular season. They're looking to add another first, a first state championship. To get there, they've got to take care of business. They have to impose their will. It starts tonight. It's time to snap on your helmet and start hitting. One and done, the winner stays alive, and the loser goes home. It's time for Friday Night Live. Welcome to Friday Night Live. I am Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer. Dad, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Chris. Opportunity to come out here and call another Fairview game. This ought to be a barn burner. We ought to be able to go out and handle business. At least I hope we will.
Man, you and me both, and a whole lot of people on the Fairview side are hoping we take care of business. This team, the Rams from Carver of Birmingham, not a big team. Size-wise, we've got numbers on them, in sheer numbers. Size-wise, I think we've got them quite handily as well, Dad.
Yeah, I was looking through their roster. They do have a few guys that are over 200 pounds, but they're very few.
Well, the weather tonight, you could not ask for more beautiful weather to play football at the start of November. I'd say probably 65 degrees. The field's a little bit wet. It has been raining off and on the past few days. So the conditions are going to be a little bit on the sloppy side. I think that's going to favor Fairview a little bit more than it will Carver, Dad.
Well, Carver's main thing is speed. These guys are not going to out-muscle you, I don't believe. They're not big enough. But they do look like they're quick. And there are a couple of players on there that really shine. Their quarterback and one wide receiver. And like you said about the field being wet, it's not standing in water, and you can't really even tell it's there. But since the temperature's gotten a little bit cooler, you can see frost. Not the hard, icy frost, but you can see where condensation is sitting on the field there in certain parts.
Right.
And that could affect this game some tonight, especially on the areas that's not in the middle of the field. You get over on a sideline or a wing, then it could play a part.
Well, Dad, let's go ahead and continue on with the 212 Insurance Group pregame show. When you're talking about Carver, when you're talking about the Rams, you're really talking about three guys on offense. And the big one you got to watch is number 2, Dimitri Howard. He's a senior, 6 foot, 185 pounds. This guy's got 26 receptions, 550 yards, 6 touches. He averages 21 yards a catch, Dad.
Yeah, he's definitely probably their key player. That and the quarterback that they have. But their quarterback is, he goes ahead and zooms in on him, and that's where he's looking for. And, the other wide receivers, I think you told me before we started the pregame show that in the group, the other wide receivers, except for number 2, have had around 100 yards total
less
rushing or total pass catching.
Yeah, the entire remainder of the receiving corps, if you take number 2 out of the equation, the entire remainder of the receiving corps has less than 100 yards receiving on the year.
It's not a lot.
No, we're watching him in pregame, and the kid we're talking about is Dimitri Howard. They're doing all kinds of bubble screens and things trying to get him open.
Yeah, he's a kick returner too, Chris.
Well, he has almost 800 all-purpose yards. He handles kickoffs, punt returns. He's also one of their long snappers, if you can believe it. The other guys to watch for this Carver team are DeJarvis Ware, the quarterback, number 9. Now, he is a junior. Decent passing numbers, decent percentage, about a 56% passer for 590 yards, but almost all of it has been to Howard. He does not run. That quarterback does not like to run. He's got like 45 rushing yards on the year.
Yeah, that's not very much.
And running back, Tarwan Johnson, number 5, is the main running back. He's got 56 carries for 330 yards, 4 touches. And his backup, number 6, Kentrell Tolbert, he's got 36 touches for 190 yards, 5 touchdowns. Now, this defense for Carver, they don't get a lot of takeaways, Dad.
No.
Less than 1 takeaway per game on the year. They've played some good teams and played them tough, but I believe they're going to bite off more than they can chew tonight.
Well, we are the champions of our area, and I think these guys are number 4.
They are.
So anybody is subject to beat anybody else at any given night. But I like the odds of us coming out of this game good.
Well, so do I. We're going to talk a little bit about the Fairview Aggies and what they're going to do and what they're going to have to do to come home with a win. After this break, we'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help. So stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here in the friendly confines of Dafford Smith Stadium. And wow, man, perfect timing, Dad. They're going to play the national anthem. We're going to play a quick commercial. We'll be right back. Friday Night Live.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium. I am Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer. And Dad, we talked about the Carver Rams before we went to the commercial break. And now let's talk a little bit about the Fairview Aggies. What do the Aggies need to do tonight to go on and play again next week, Dad?
Well, the Aggies always seem to come up with a really good game plan. They tailor it for what their opponent likes to do and take that away from them. One thing I think they need to do is they need to go ahead and play penalty-free ball. Last week, we were improved, but prior to that, we loaded them up on penalties. We don't need to give them anything this time around. Make them earn every bit of it.
Well, when you're talking about the playoffs, like I said earlier, it's one and done. You make a mistake and you're finished. and the penalties can be costly. It hasn't cost them yet this game or this season, but you don't want to see something trivial like that cost them, big later on in the playoffs. This is a team that is built to go deep in the playoffs. First off, they have to get past Carver. If you're going to do that, you're going to need to stop number 2. You're going to need to find a way to stop Demetri Howard. Now, we have a kicker on kickoffs who can kick away from him. So that's not an issue.
No. Lights are out here at the stadium.
We're about to see the purge. The music is starting to play. I've got to say, on this side of the field, the energy is electric. On the other side of the field, not very many people in those seats.
Chris, I counted probably 5 minutes ago, and there were 41 people over there on the hill and in the seats. And I know they're in Birmingham, but when we go someplace, when we go to Rust Bowl, or when we go someplace kind of far off, we load it up.
That's right.
And I hate to see this. This tells me that this team is probably not supported really good by their fans.
Well, I hope that is certainly not the case. I hope that they're just now, still trickling in. The other thing that I think they're going to have to do tonight, Dad, for the Fairview Aggies, this is a smaller team that they're facing.
They are. They look quick. I don't know if they are or not, but they look at.
Now, I'm going to tell you the way you attack a team that's got some speed. You go right at them.
Yeah.
You bloody their nose. You knock them back and then pick them up and tell them, I'm going to do it again next play.
Yeah.
That's how you attack a team with a lot of speed.
Fireworks going off here at Dafford Smith Stadium. Those are not gunshots.
No.
But boy, they're pretty. You got all sorts of colors, all sorts of smoke.
Well, the captains are starting to come out on the field now, and Fairview's going to be wearing their purple pants with purple jerseys, purple helmets. Captains for the Aggies. Number 56.
That's Caleb Carr.
Caleb Carr is the captain.
Number 26.
We call his name a lot, Carson Jones. Number 3, Blake Rickard. Number 55, Jermaine Gambriel.
Number 58.
Number 58, Ethan Yancey. Number 8 is also a captain, Ernesto Smith.
Number 77,
Vice Newton. And I think that's all of them, making sure we didn't leave anybody out. And we did not. We're still waiting on the captains to come across the field for the Rams from Carver. Spirit line is huge. Now here comes the band for Carver. So I'm glad to see this, Dad. I'm glad that their bands came with them.
Yes, I am too.
The band is a vital part of Friday Night Live.
Well, this Fairview is lucky. They have a really good band. They have a really good bunch of kids that come out, practice in the heat, in the cold, go to the competitions, and you got to have some commitment, just like to play the game of football. Being a team member, the band members are just as important.
Absolutely. And, there's a good band mom here in Fairview, and I'm talking about Michelle. Michelle helps take care of us, and we give her a hard time, but man, she works constantly for these kids. And, all the love she pours into them, it really shows.
Well, I told her that I relayed a message to her before everything got, busy, and my wife wanted me to tell her that she listened to the entire halftime show that was put on over at Good Hope last week. And she said that, tell Michelle that band is good. They just smoked the other team's band. And they were good. I mean, they are excellent.
Well, I'm looking at the size of the band from Carver.
They got more there than they do on the field.
I was going to say, I think they have more in the band than they do on the team.
Yeah.
We'd like to take a moment and remind you, the AHSAA reminds fans that we all play a role when enjoying high school sports. Be a role model and display good sportsmanship at all times. Well, I'm hoping we'll see good sportsmanship tonight, Dad. Fairview's still waiting on the captains to come out from Carver, and here they come now on the jog. So we'll have their captains here momentarily. And in the meanwhile, I'll hit you up with another one of these PSAs. An Alabama high school sport is a tradition. Whether at home or on the road, make our schools, our communities, and our students proud by being a supportive fan. We're counting on you to continue our high school tradition. Well, the Carver Rams now coming out on the field. Fairview is behind their inflatable. The smoke is hanging over the field in the stadium, Dad.
Yeah, it is from all the fireworks, but I would say we're about out to almost the 40-yard line on our spirit line.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just kids, it's adults as well.
Captains for the Carver Rams, number 3, Artez Jones is one of the captains. Number 7, Cortland Warner. Number 2, Dimitri Howard is one of the captains. And that is a young man that we need to definitely watch every play, as we were talking about in pregame. Number 50, Michael Threat, is also a captain for the Carver Rams. Well, Dad, we're about to have the snap, and there's no inflatable for the Carver Rams. It kind of makes me feel bad, honestly.
Yeah.
I wish those kids had a little bit more support.
Well, it does me too, Chris, but, you and I a couple of years ago played over in Marshall County somewhere, and I forget where it was, but it was really, really small town. It had been devastated by the linen, the sewing factories and everything closing and moving.
Right. I believe it was Crossville, wasn't it?
I'm not sure, but, I felt sorry for them because they were at home, and they had maybe 25 or 30 parents in the stands. And they had about 25 or 30 ball players, and that was it. And
well, it looks like we have a coin toss, and Carver has won the toss. Carver has elected to defer. So we're going to see the defense for Carver coming out first. And, Dad, one of the things that I noticed when I was looking at this Carver defense and looking at their schedule, they don't get a lot of takeaways. We talked about that. And they also sort of have a hard time stopping people, Dad.
Yeah. Well, the way our running game is going, if we can start clicking on all cylinders right off the bat in combination with our passing game, this could be a long night for Carver.
Well, I think Carver's going to have the edge in team speed. I think Fairview will definitely have a big-time edge in size. And I think a lot of I was talking to Coach Reding, and he had mentioned that they were going to be putting in some
Here we go.
Here comes the Aggies now onto the field. He was talking they were going to do some new formations. So I expect we're going to see some wrinkles that we maybe haven't seen yet tonight.
Well, it's smart of Captain or Coach Reding, because put it in a game as long as you're not in, desperate need of a victory if you have one mistake.
Wow, one of the fireworks went off and almost shot down the drone that's over the field.
But, try out a few different plays, different formations, see what kind of response you get, how successful they are, because if we can get by this game, we got some tough opponents up the road.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll talk a little bit about that tonight if things go the way we hope they do. But we have got to take care of business. And when you're in the playoffs, any team can beat you.
Oh, yeah. It is only, 48 minutes. You can get flat, and it'll take you 40 of them to get out of it sometimes. But Fairview, good coach, good players, motivated, real efficient. I don't see that happening to them, and I hope it doesn't happen tonight for sure.
Fairview lines up to receive the kick. And Carver prepares to kick it off. Carver wearing black pants, black helmets, white jerseys with red trim. I am thankful we can see numbers tonight. That's always good.
Yeah, it was a little difficult last week.
Yeah.
Gray on gray.
Gray on gray. It's kind of hard to spot. Well, the smoke is blowing off of the field now. And back deep to receive is number 16, Zayden Cruz. Carver lines up stacked in almost an onside formation. There's a whistle.
They are uptight, Chris.
There's a kick. It's going to go deep. It'll be fielded at about the 18, across the 20, across the 30. Boom. Gets hit at the 35, dives forward to about the 38. Believe that was Carson Jones on that carry, Dad. And good field position now for the Aggies. Fairview can run the ball right down your throat. They have a two-headed monster at running back, and they have a quarterback who can make every throw on the field. So what are you going to sell out to stop? Colt Redding takes a snap. He hands it off to Harper, goes to his left. He's going to be stacked up immediately. Big defensive play. Going to be a loss of about a half a yard. Forward tackle on that.
That is an unusual play for them.
Well, he was trying to get to the edge, couldn't get there. I couldn't see the number of the young man who made the tackle for Carver. Great open field tackle. Be second down and 11.
Shift.
Now they shift. Colt Redding in the backfield. Harper beside him. Takes a handoff. Redding runs off right guard. He's going to roll forward. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. He's going to bring up third down at about 7. That was a option. He could have gave the ball to Harper on that, Dad, but he saw a bit of the seam and picked up 3 hard yards.
You know they got to be keying on Harper with numbers he's been putting up this season.
Redding takes a snap, hands it off to Harper to the left. He gets the edge, gets across the 45. He's going to be close to the marker, but short. They're going to say he got up to about the 48. That'll make it 4th and 1.
That's a good spot.
That was a good spot. About 1.5 yards is what they need.
Yeah.
Just shy of midfield for first down. Connor Scott comes onto the field now, and he relays the play. They line up. Twin receivers to the near side. Now they shift. Look to see a hard count. Got 3 receivers to the near side. Now they're looking at change of play. Play clock down to 2-0, and then there's the flag. It's going to be a delay of game with 9:43 left in the first quarter against the Aggies. Punt unit comes on for Fairview. I think they tried to get him with a shift, Dad.
They did.
And it just didn't work.
Well, they didn't bite. They were well disciplined.
Jay Stevens is back to kick the ball away. Back deep to receive is a very dangerous number 2, Dimitri Howard. I imagine our kicking team has been told, don't let him get the ball. Ball's going to be moved back now to about the 43-yard line. Jay Stevens will be standing on about his own 30-yard line. Late arrival on the field for the Rams. There's a good snap. Kick is up. Good booming kick. Dry over his head. It's going to bounce and go all the way into the end zone, Dad.
Wow. That was a good kick.
Holy cow, man. That's about a 60-yard punt.
It was.
But unfortunately, only a 40-yard net on it. Carver's going to take over, 1st and 10. They'll have it on their own 20. Going from right to left in front of us. Fairview plays a 3-4 defense. They are very active, and they get after the quarterback. Quarterback for Carver, DeJarvis Wade, does not run. He's a tall kid. Good size for a quarterback, Dad. 6'2", but he's not heavy. One receiver to either side. Carver takes a snap. He's going to hand it off right guard. Big hit by the Aggies. He picks up about 3 yards and paid the price.
Boy, the Bells are in full force tonight, Chris.
Yes, sir, they are. That was Tarwan Johnson. He's the main running back for Carver, number 5. And he picked up about 3 yards, but, buddy, he took a shot. I couldn't see who made the hit, but whoever it was, they got him. It's going to be second down now at about 6. They're going to hand it off to Johnson off left guard. He goes nowhere. A sea of Aggies weighs him down, led by number 59 on the tackle, Evan Smith from the linebacker spot, Dad. It's going to be third down at about 6. And the crowd here is loud. Late arrival on the field now. Play clock down to 20.
18.
We've got 8:20 left in the first quarter. Still have not broke huddle. Play clock at 12. They're going to have to hustle. Number 2 is on the far side. 2 receivers to either side. Quarterback in the shotgun. High snap. Looks to his right. Nobody there. Pulls it down. Being chased. He's got it out to the receiver, number 2, Dimitri Howard. And that will be a catch of about 10 yards and enough for an Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Rams. You've got to be aware of where number 2 is at, Dad.
Yes, you do.
It's going to be first down and 10 now. The ball's going to be on about 39. Wade lines up under center. One wide receiver to the near side. He's going to hand the ball off right up the gut and pick up a maybe 2 yards. They're going to say 3 yards on that one, Dad. Holy cow, they're saying 5. Man, I did not see him get that many.
I didn't either.
It's going to be second down and 5. Quarterback under center is Wade, number 9. Now they're changing plays. Junior saw something he didn't like. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off right up the gut. Nothing there. Number 21, Jay Stevens, and number 55, Jermaine Gambriel, led the charge for the Aggies. It's going to bring up third down at about 4. You've got to be aware of where Dimitri Howard is. Number 2 is coming on the field. And he's going to line up
in the backfield.
In the backfield this time. Wade is under center. He's got Dimitri Howard behind him. He's going to pitch it out through to the left. He's got blockers. And waiting on a flag. He's got a seam across the 50. Cuts back across the 40. Big pickup there of about 25 yards. And got a hold on the edge with no call. But that's enough for an Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Rams. A lot of blocks on the left side, Dad. And I think it was Rickard, number 3. I couldn't see who did it, but basically he got tackled.
Yeah, he did right here on the sideline.
Wade is under center now, first and 10. Takes the snap, he hands it off to the right. Going to number 2.
Nothing.
Howard, and he's going to lose a yard. Dimitri Howard, they're trying to get the ball in his hands, and he's going to lose about 2. It'll be second and 12. Excellent play by number 26, Carson Jones there, Dad.
That was good. I was afraid he was going to turn that corner. It's over the far side from where we're sitting. But it was a great tackle.
Well, he's got Howard in the backfield again. And he takes a snap, looks downfield. He's under pressure. Got a man, and it's caught at the 15, down to the 10, to the 5, and he will be down at the 4-yard line. That was caught by number 12, Xavion Woods, the junior, and a big pickup and an Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Rams. It's going to be first and goal now. Ball's going to be spotted on the 4. Wade leads his team out. He's got number 8 in the shotgun. That's Stover behind him. And we got whistles coming in. I believe they're calling a flag on the cowbells. Timeout. No, it's a timeout called by Carver. We're going to take one as well. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. Or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. It's first and goal from the 4. Pitch out to Howard. Trying to get to the edge. And he does. Does he get to the corner? And touchdown Rams. He got by Jay Stevens. Just too much speed. And one more Aggie had a shot right at the pylon. And he was able to get the ball across. So the Carver Rams, with 5:01 left in the first, score first blood.
That was Howard, wasn't it?
It was. Number 2, Demetri Howard. That's why I said we stop Howard, we stop them. He is quick. Quarterback is Wade. He's under center. They're going to go for 2. He's going to hand it off on the right side. Nothing doing. And they're going to be stopped short. Fairview stiffens, and they stop him on the 2-point conversion. The score, Carver 6, Fairview nothing. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help. So stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. I am Christopher Greer, and one of my spotters just told me that ball was not in on the touchdown. He said that it was out of bounds. But Carver's going to line up to kick it off now. Fairview set to receive. Unusual formation. It's going to be fielded about the 18. Up across the 20, 25 to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. It was Jay Stevens. And again, we've got good field position for the Aggies. Now, what are we going to do with it, Dad?
Well, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and take command here, get us a drive of about 60 yards.
Jay Carver is out there in the backfield with Colt Redding. It's a 4-2 front for the Carver Rams. 2 receivers to the near side. They're going to hand it off to Harper going to the right. Plants his foot and runs over a defender.
Ooh.
He's across the 40 up to the 44.
Knocked the helmet off. Number 21.
Jay Stevens, they are physical out there. He lowered his shoulder and delivered the boom.
Yeah, I bet that young man who challenged him right there on that tackle, remembering that now, saying, I need to get beside him. I don't need him to come dead on.
Maybe next time tackle his knees.
Yeah.
3 receivers to the far side, 2nd and 5. Colt Redding takes a snap, hands it to Harper going to the right. He picks up about 2 yards. They're tackling him low. They are chopping him down, man.
They are.
It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 3. We'd like to take a moment and say hello to all the people listening in other states. We've got Crazy Legs Kevin Bean listening up in the Carolinas and the Novaks up in Michigan. Colt Redding takes a snap. He's going to run to his right. Pitches it to Jones. Plants his foot. Dives forward up to the 50. That'll be enough for an Adamaker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. 1st down for the Aggies. Ball will be on the near hash mark on the 50. Fairview going from left to right. Have to reach a 40 for the 1st down. Down to 3:30 left in the 1st quarter. Carver leads 6-0. Play clock down to 10. Colt Redding in his shotgun. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He's got it out. It's complete to Stevens. Makes the first man miss. Very close to the 40-yard line. We'll have to wait to see the spot. If he didn't get the 1st down, Dad, it's going to be close.
It is, Chris. They're going low on everybody to tackle. It's still 2nd down.
2nd down, about half a yard. Colt Redding in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. He's going to roll that way. He's got Jay Stevens complete at the 35. Gets by 1. Yeah. Down to the 20. Down to the 15. They're going to say out of bounds at the 16. Big pickup for number 21. And an Adamaker at Big Smith Chevy Drive. 1st down for the Aggies. Cowbells are being passed out now like weapons at a rebellion. They're going to take the snap and hand it off to Jones, and tackle will be made after about a 3-yard pickup. Jones would be undoubtedly the starter at any other school, probably.
Oh, without a doubt.
Running back, and it's just you've got 2 amazing running backs here.
Yeah, I think he was over 1,000 yards this year.
700.
Was it 7? Okay, I thought it was a little more than that.
Colt Redding takes a snap, hands it off to Harper, cuts back. He's up to the 5, up to about the 1. Stop just shy. Let's wait and see where the spot is. That's going to be an Adamaker at Big Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies. 1st and goal. Ball's going to be spotted on about the 3. Fairview hustles up to the line. Harper is in the backfield beside Redding. 3 receivers to the far side. Colt Redding takes a snap, runs to the left, has a block. Is he in there?
Touchdown!
Aggies! Colt Redding from 3 yards out follows the lead block of Jake Harper to the promised land. And Fairview, with 1:39 left in the 1st, tie the game. But we have a kicker, Dad, who can kick extra points. Now, I'm not saying they don't, but I haven't seen him yet. Colt Redding on to attempt the extra point. The holder is number 5, Connor Scott. There's a snap. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. Wide to the right. 1:39 left in the 1st quarter. The score tied up at 6. We'll be right back on Friday Night Live.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, Life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, and Fairview getting ready to kick the ball off, Dad. Why don't you tell us what you saw on that drive?
Well, it was a Fairview drive. I mean, that was typical Fairview. They mixed up running, they mixed up passing. They got what they needed to get when they had to have it. Ultimately, one of our main scorers this year, Colt Redding, took it into the end zone, got a 6. It is unusual for him to miss the extra point, though. Most of the time, he's automatic on those.
Well, he approaches the ball. They're going to kick it off short, and it'll go out of bounds. Carver will get excellent field position. They're trying to keep it away from Dimitri Howard. Right before the kick, they shifted Howard to line him up someplace different. And we're going to see a chess match, Dad, all night long where they try and stop Howard.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris.
It's going to be first down and 10 on the 46-yard line. The Rams will take over there. Number 9, DeJarvis Wade, the junior quarterback, leads his team on the field. I believe number 2 is back there behind him, Howard, in the backfield.
Under center, too.
He takes a snap. They're going to hand it off. He goes up left guard.
Got a couple.
Maybe gets a yard, maybe 2. Big play by number 59, who is feeling hard, man, from that middle linebacker spot. Evan Smith is bringing the thunder.
Yeah, he is. Evan Smith's come on this year. I mean,
he sure has.
He was decent at the start of the year, but he's been excellent the last 3, 4, or 5 games.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I believe he was recognized once, wasn't he?
He did win Player of the Week.
That's what I thought.
We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Trip to the near side. Quarterback in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off going to the left. He's got a bit of a seam. Good blocking up front for the Rams there. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. It'll be third and about 3. Right now, Dad, it's a toss-up as to who's winning on the line of scrimmage. Their offensive line's getting a surge, but so is ours. Third down, 3 to go. The quarterback to Jarvis Wade.
We need to stop him on this, Chris.
Number 2, Dimitri Howard, lined up, split to the far side. Watch him try and hit him. Some type of bubble screen.
Got trips on this end.
They're going to run it to the right. He plants his foot, makes a cut across a 45. Ball is loose. On the ground. The ball is on the ground. We're waiting on a signal. I think Carver got it back. And they did. But the ball came out. Carver recovered not before picking up Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Rams. That'll move it up to about the 34. And that brings us to the end of the first. The score knotted up at 6. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium. And Dad, we were talking during the commercial break. This is starting to look like a shootout.
Well, it's got the makings of an early shootout. 6-6, if you want to call that a shootout. But no matter what one team does, the other one's able to counter it.
Right. Well, the big thing is the offenses are moving the ball. Both of them are. It's going to be first and 10 now. Ball's going to be spotted on the 35. Wade Wade has number 5, Carwan Johnson, behind him in the backfield. Number 2, Dimitri Howard is on the near side. Carson Jones locked up at coverage on him. Wade is under center, takes a snap. He'll hand it off, and it goes nowhere. Big time stop by Jermaine Gambriel.
And number 22 also, Colby Bentley.
That might have lost a yard, Dad.
I think you're correct, Chris. I believe it did. That one didn't fool anybody.
No, it did not. It's going to bring up second down at about 10 right now. But this offense for the Rams can pick up yardage in chunks.
They can. Well, like we are in that respect, I guess.
Wade is in the shotgun, stretch to the near side. They're going to hand it off to the left.
Nothing.
And Gambriel was on him the second he had the ball. Big number 55 said, not today. No gain. Going to be third down at about 10.
Our defense finally getting tuned in, Christopher.
Well, now we have to keep it that way. It's going to be third down and 10. Score knotted up 6-all. Quarterback to Jarvis Wade in the shotgun. And we got whistles, and I believe they're going to talk it over. It's going to be a timeout. Carver will take one as well. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate controls?
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium. Third down and 10 now. Carver comes out. Two receivers either side. Quarterback looking downfield under pressure.
Threw it away.
And threw it away. Way behind the line. That's grounding, and there's a flag.
He threw that parallel to where he was running, Chris. He didn't try and get past the line of scrimmage. All he did was just throw it. He was standing at about 45, and he threw it out of bounds at 45, missed the line of scrimmage by 10 or 12 yards.
Well, I mean, Dad, it almost looked like a lateral.
Well, it did.
You know, I mean, it looked like it went backwards.
Yeah, but there was nobody over there for it.
Well, he was being pressured by Jermaine Gambriel.
I'd be running and throwing the ball away, too, if that was me.
Yeah, I would probably let that ball go. You know, the Alabama High School Athletic Association asks fans to remember that we all play a role in the education of our students.
Hold on, what's going
Parents,
on,
fans, and people in the community all set an example for students, whether they are aware of it or not. Help set a positive example in everything you do. Now they're marking it off for the grounding penalty, Dad. And that's certainly going to flip some things. That should help us out field position-wise. And it's going to be fourth down and about 25. Ball's going to be spotted just across midfield on the Fairview 47.
How many yards is that, Chris? 5?
That's about a 15-yard penalty.
15? Okay.
Carver gets ready to kick it. There's the snap. Kick is up. It's going to be fielded at about the 16. Fairview will take over there. First and 10 from the 16. Coming on the field now, Colt Redding. Let's see who's beside him. I believe it's going to be Carson Jones, number 26, the senior. He's going to be out in the backfield. Excellent kick for the Carver kicker on that play, Dad.
It was a very nice kick.
Trips to the near side. Colt Redding is in the shotgun. He's going to snap it. Looks to his left. Has a man. Jay Stevens at the 20. Up to the 25. He's brought down there. It's going to be just shy of the first down marker, but a good pickup of 8, Dad. And we've seen that little underneath route to Jay Stevens about 4 times. I believe they've spotted something on film and exploiting it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chris.
It's going to be second down, about 2 now. Ball's going to be on about the 25. Colt Redding in the backfield. He's got Jones beside him. Hands it off to Jones going to his left. Tries to get the edge, and his feet slip. We got a flag come flying in from the back judge. And the way he's throwing it,
I believe that's going to be on us.
Yeah, I believe you're right. It's going to be
a hold.
It's going to be a holding call on the Aggies. That's going to back it up. And both teams have had some trouble with their footing out there tonight, Dad.
Well, we discussed about it being a little bit slippery.
It's going to be second down now, about 13 yards to go for the first down. That backs the Aggies up. Wouldn't be a bad time for that little underneath screen to Jay Stevens again. We've been getting about 15 to pop on it. Got trips to the far side now. Colt Redding in his shotgun now. They're going to change it. He's got Carson Jones beside him. The Aggies going from right to left in front of us, wearing their purple jerseys, purple pants, purple helmets. Redding takes a snap. He runs it himself off the left side.
Got a hold.
Has a seam. Crossed the 25 and delivered a shot. He lowered his shoulder, and, man, he popped that safety. And then he got up and
got
said,
a first down.
Yeah, I said, you want some more? Picked up 14 and an Adam Aker at Big Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies. Jake Harper checks into the ball game now. Carson Jones comes out. 2 receivers to the near side. He's going to hand it off to Harper, going to his left, gets by 1. It's going to be forced out of bounds after a short pickup. I'm going to say probably a yard or 2, Dad. That's going to be about it.
He was running to the short side of the field that time, Chris, and he just ran out of real estate hunting for that corner.
You know, this Carver team's got excellent speed.
Well, they pursue really, really well.
So what we're going to have to do is go right at that.
Well, go right at that and use some play action and put somebody down deep. Catch pass and score.
Play clock down to 10 now. Game clock at 9:01 in the second. Colt Redding takes a snap, option to the left. He's got it out to Harper. Across the 35, tightrope in the sideline. He'll be out of bounds at about the 38. It's going to be very close to the marker, Dad. I think he'll be just shy.
Yeah, I believe you're correct, Chris. Ooh, 4th down.
It shouldn't be 4th down. It should be 3rd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I believe that the chain gang's got it wrong.
They're messing with it now. There we go.
There it goes. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 now for the Aggies. The ball's going to be on the 37. They get up to about the 38 and a half. They'll have a first down. Whistles come in. And might have a timeout call. I'm unsure.
I don't know what that was. Oh, official timeout. Okay. I never did see either one of the coaches look like they were calling timeout. You know?
Well, I saw Coach Redding talk to, all right, it wasn't even an official timeout. I think they were checking the spot.
Okay.
I saw Coach Redding say something to the side judge, and I think he relayed it. Colt Redding takes a snap, hands it off to Harper, goes off the left side, breaks 3 or 4 tackles. He's going to drive them out of bounds, and and they still can't get the big man down. Picks up 6 yards, and an Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies.
Getting a little feisty down there, Chris.
It is. You saw some
forearm shivs being thrown right there out of bounds.
Yeah, it was. The officials are probably going to keep an eye on that. First down and 10, ball on the 44. Colt Rating has Harper beside him. They run to the near side a lot. Redding takes a snap. He's going to go off left guard. He'll dive forward, picks up about 2, maybe 3 yards. Good run there, Dad, by Colt Redding on first down. They're going to say he got 4. He's 2nd and 6. Harper stays out there in the backfield. Trips to the far side.
Oh, I don't want one.
Thank you, Michelle. He takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Harper to go to the right. Big defensive stop there by number 55 for Carver of Birmingham. That young man played off his block and shut that down. That was Z. Addy.
Prior to that, Harper broke 1 tackle there at the corner, but didn't get much out of it. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. What'd you say, Chris?
About 4, yeah. Well, now maybe we see why they've been running left. That defensive end on that side, man, he held that edge.
Yeah, he did. He turned it back in.
Split now, 2 receivers to either side. Harper beside Redding in the backfield. Takes a snap, looks downfield. Under pressure now. Now here comes a flag, and Redding takes a big shot.
2 flags.
On the sideline. 2 flags come in. We might.
Holding.
We're going to have a hold against Fairview. And that is the call. That's it. We might see it declined. Fairview did not pick up the first down. Didn't even get close. They maybe got a yard. And waiting to see hold against Fairview. And the Rams have declined the penalty. Not a shock. It's going to be 4th down and about 5 now. Punt unit on the field for the Aggies. 7:03 left in the first half. The score is 6-6. Back deep is going to be number 2. And Jace will probably try and kick it away from him. Fairview lines up for the punt. Ball's on the 49. Kicker stands on the 37.
Good kick.
Yeah, what a kick. That is a rocket. It's going to be caught at the 8. He gets by 1 up to the 20. Gets by another. Puts a cut on. Forced out of bounds at the 22 by number 55, Jermaine Gambriel.
He run about 30 or 35 yards there to gain 8, Chris. 8 or 10.
He did, man. I'll tell you what, Howard is shifty. He made about 3 or 4 guys miss. So we got 6:54 left in the first half. Score 6-6. And the Rams will start with the ball on their own 24-yard line. First time so far this game they haven't had the ball on like the 40. They've had some great field position this game. Win or lose, the name of the game is sportsmanship. In our education-based high school athletics, the lesson learned on the court and in the bleachers is good sports are winners, no matter what the score. Support high school athletics with good sportsmanship. Carver comes onto the field now, and the play clock down to 2. And they're going to take a timeout. And that might be costly. Carver takes a timeout. 6:50 left in the first half. Score 6-all. We'll be right back on Friday Night Live.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help. So stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium. And the Carver Rams are taking the ball over, 1st and 10 on their own 23. Wade under center. He's going to take a snap. Looks downfield. Has a man caught at the 39, up across the 40, the 45, down to about the 46. That was Xavier Woods, number 12. Second time we've called his name. The big-time pickup of about 15, Dad, and an Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Rams. They hustle back to the line of scrimmage. Howard is on the near side. Wade under center. He'll take the snap. They hand it off left guard. Nothing doing.
Maybe
got
one.
a yard. Jermaine Gambriel on the stop. 55's playing a heck of a half right now. It's going to be second down, about 9. Ball is on the 50-yard line. Make it second and about 8, man. They were very generous on the spot there. And some of the Fairview faithful are letting them hear it. Howard is in twins to the near side. Wade is in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Quick out to the left. It's going to be caught. And he'll pick up about 4 yards. Let's see where they mark him out at. I thought he was out of bounds close to the line, Dad, but he got by the defenders, got close to the line to make.
He's got about a yard to go to get a first down.
It's going to be third down and about a half a yard. Howard, number 2, is to the near side. DeJarvis Wade, the quarterback, number 9, is in the backfield in the shotgun. Tarwan Johnson, number 5, beside him. It's a stack formation. And the ball's on the ground, fumble, and they jump on it. Carver, the quarterback, lost it to Jarvis Wade. It's about the 4th time we've seen a high snap, Dad. This time he couldn't bring it down. He gets on the ground, he dives on it. They're going to lose yards. It's going to back it up to about the 50. It's going to be 4th down, about 7.
We got about 5 minutes, 15 seconds, Chris. I think they were trying to decide whether to punt it or try it, and I think they're going to punt it.
I believe you're right.
That's a little much at that place on the field. That much time left.
Well, 4th and 7, man. That's a long way to go.
Yeah, it is.
Punt unit on the field now for Carver. And they're going to run a fake. They snap it to the up back. He goes off the left side, and he is going to be short. He is going to be short. Play made by Blake Rickard. Let's wait and see where the spot is. They're saying the spot's going to be at about the 44.
They are giving him a first down.
I want to see that measured because, Dad, where that ball's at, that should not be a first down. They're saying it's a turnover on downs now.
Oh, is that what it is?
Turnover on downs. Fairview hustles to the line of scrimmage. Two wideouts to either side.
I didn't see the ball hit the ground, did you?
No, I did not. Colt Redding's going to change plays now. Play clock under 10. 4:40 left in the first half. He's got Jones beside him. He'll hand it off to Jones going to the left. Jones lowers his shoulder, picks up about 3 good yards on first down. We'll say 4. It'll be 2nd and 6, Dad. It's a hard run by the senior running back right there.
You know, they said it went over on downs, but man, they did not do anything at all to signal that I saw.
No. I mean, I thought they were saying it was a first down for Carver.
Well, the way they were standing there,
yeah,
it looked like it might be.
Trips to the far side now for Fairview. Colt Rating in the backfield. Jones beside him. He's going to run it himself. Goes right off left guard. And he's going to get across the 50 to 49. It's going to be a pickup of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. You know, not a lot of lanes for this defense for Carver. They've done a pretty good job of not giving up big plays, Dad.
They have done really good job. They haven't completely shut off our running game, but they've slowed it down considerable.
2 receivers now to either side. Reading him a shotgun. He's got Harper beside him.
Looking deep.
Looks to his left. He's got Connor Scott at the 42. He's caught. He's going to get up to the 41.
Yes.
And that'll be enough for an Adam Aker at Nick Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies. 3:15 now left in the first half. Chains are moving. Cowbells are going. Carson Jones checks into the game now. Jake Harper comes off the field. These 2 running backs are almost interchangeable. Colt Redding sends a man in motion. He's going to take the snap.
Whoa.
Looks to his right. It's Jones. Caught at the 40. Up to the 35. Up to about the 34 where he'll be brought down there. And that's going to be a big pickup. Great play call there on first down, Dad. They picked up 9. Jones come out of the backfield. You could maybe say that Harper is half a step faster than Jones straight line, and maybe say Jones has better hands out of the backfield.
Well,
although it would be negligible.
The defense right there showed its speed because there was nobody within 10 yards of him when he caught that ball and he turned it up, and they closed in a hurry.
Second down and 1. They take the snap, hand it off to Jones, going to his left.
Nothing.
There is nothing there. He's going to lose about 3. Man, good penetration by the Ram defense, and it's going to bring up third down and about 5 now. Jones tried to plant his foot and go back to the other direction, Dad, but there was nowhere to go.
Well, they pursued in a group. And you're right. There was nowhere to go. Nowhere even to think about going.
Ball's going to be spotted on about the 36-yard line. Extra offensive lineman checks into the game now for Fairview. Jake Harper stays on the field. He's in the backfield with Colt Redding. There's the snap. Redding rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. And they tackled the wide receiver.
No flag.
And no flag. Wow, that is unbelievable. Number 16 was downfield. Zayden Cruz. Before the ball was even released, they tackled him. And, man, it's going to be 4th and 5. I can't believe that no call, Dad. It's going to be 4th and 5 now. Ball is on the 36. They need to get to the 31 for the first down.
They are going for it on 4th down, Chris.
Now they're going to shift. Play clock under 10. There's the snap. Redding rolls to his right. Same play. And he's got it complete to Zayden Cruz out at about the 25-yard line. The exact same play goes for 15. And an Adam Aker at Big Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies.
They didn't tackle Cruz that time, not until after he got the ball come down with it.
1:07 left in the first half now. 1st and 10. Ball spotted on about the 24. They're going to hand it off to Harper going to his right. He's going to lower his shoulder, makes a first man miss.
Good carry.
Runs over another guy and picks up about 6 or 7. And then he is out of bounds. The clock is still moving.
50 seconds.
50 seconds. I don't know why it didn't stop there. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Clock still ticking, under 45 now. They're going to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Snap it to Redding. Runs to his right. Options it out to Harper. He's going to dive forward. He's going to get the first down.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. And that will stop it for an Adam Aker at Big Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies. And they're going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. The score is 6-6. 30 seconds left in the first half. Fairview driving.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, Life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and Friday Night Live. Fairview is driving. They've got 30 seconds left. Ball's on about the 15.
Fairview still has 2 timeouts left in this half, Chris. So I look for maybe run a couple plays. And if they don't lose a lot of yardage, we should be able to see
I would try
kicker
that.
Come in for 3.
I'd try the underneath to Jay Stevens. Colt Redding takes a snap. He rolls to his left. Has a block. He throws it into the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to connect to number 3, Blake Rickard, and put it where only his man had a shot, Dad.
I can't see.
And it was in and out of his hands. So that only ran a couple of seconds off. We got 26 seconds left in the ball game. They tried for the fade. They just couldn't get it.
I'm like you. I think they need to run that little play right over the middle again.
Well, I mean, it's worked about 4 times. They normally run it in trips. They're lining up in trips now. Colt Redding has Jay Carver beside him, takes a snap. And there it is. He hits Jay Stevens. He dives forward up to about the 10. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
15 seconds left.
And I believe Fairview did. They took a timeout. So we're going to take one as well. We'll be right back on Friday Night Live.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live at Dafford Smith Stadium on a beautiful November night. The score 6-6. Fairview is tied with Carver of Birmingham. They've got 18 seconds on the clock. 1 timeout left for the Aggies. The ball spotted on the 10-yard line. If they get it up to about the 6, they get it first down. You got enough time and the timeouts. You can go over the middle. You've got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Harper in the backfield. Redding takes a snap, rolls to his right. Under pressure, and it's going to be batted down, incomplete. 13 seconds left in the first half. It's going to bring up 4th down. Are we going to see the kick unit coming on? I would take the points, and this is well within his range.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you, Chris.
I'm waiting to see if number 5 comes on, and he
is. The holder.
Holder is on. We're going to see the kick unit on the field. Kicker is Colt Redding, 13 seconds left in the first half. The score knotted up at 6. Colt Redding waits on the snap. There it is. It's a good snap. It's a good kick. It is up and good. The score 9-6, and that field goal provides the extra point of protection for the Aggie lead. And if you're looking for the extra degree of service for all your insurance needs, give Kalia at 212 Insurance a call. With over 10 years of experience, 212 Insurance is the official insurance of the Fairview Aggies. Well, we've got 8 seconds left in the first half. Fairview takes a 9-6 lead, Dad. You know, at least we got points out of that. We did not need to come away empty-handed on that drive.
No, we didn't. And we most definitely are in a ball game, Christopher.
Yes, sir, we are.
You throw the stats out the window.
Yeah, because nobody told Carver that they were supposed to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Colt Redding gets ready to tee it up and kick it off. He'll be going from right to left. Number 2, Dimitri Howard, is moving all over the place. They're shifting him around. Now he's over on the far sideline. I look to see Colton kick it off to this sideline. 8 seconds left in the first half. There's the kick. It's going to be high, and he went deep. It's going to bounce at about the 15, fielded there. Goes back to the 10. Goes all the way across the field, looking for a seam. Can't find it. And he'll be brought down at about the 20.
At the end of the game.
At the end of the half. Time ran out. So at the end of the first half, Fairview leads 9-6. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, and now we're going to go over to the Carver Ram Band. Put your hands out. Back it up now. You hear leaves. Oh, okay, I see it. Membership has its privileges. Other man news is on the media superstar. Oh, yeah. Well, I was wondering if we just move and get up here on the platform we're on. That could be one. If you start seeing goals like this, we'll know that we're fixing that mistake. The reason the ambulance is there is in case one falls out. Yeah. It means the sugar is easy. Yeah, she'll move, Chris. Impressed by their band.
Yeah, they got a good band. Yeah, they got a good football team.
They do. I mean, the football team's solid.
Yeah.
They really are. But again, man, you're in the playoffs. Everybody's here for a reason.
Well, not only that, but everybody plays for their best. You know? That's it. No matter what their performance was through the season, this is it. When we go home. Ain't that Wilson right there on my 40? I think so, yeah. Started to be out there on yours. Somebody got hurt. Yeah, I don't know if somebody fell or what. You see him on a backboard or anything? Four penalties the whole game. One on them, three on us. I was going to ask if they had grounding. And of course, I stand here. That's right.
You got to define what a check-in means.
Quarterly. It must be nice to place to land down there. It's a good ball game here.
Yeah. My first one last week.
Oh, yeah. They're playing fast. It's good. Around here, folks?
Yeah. Gotta get up and stretch it. I can't sit down there the whole day.
I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
No, those boys to go.
Yeah.
Y'all go. That's not much. Sure got lots of some, but you can think of the seat here, and I walk up down here, and everybody, everybody. Yeah. It's like, I'm just standing there, and that's not something. But I know
And that was the sound of the Carver Rams band. And, man, I've got to say they were impressive. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with the sound of the Fairview Aggie Marching Band after these messages. The score of Fairview 9 and Carver 6. It's halftime. We'll be right back on Friday Night Live.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help. So stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium. I'm Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer. Dad, the Fairview Aggie band getting ready to go on the field. First half's been a bit of a surprise, I would say, wouldn't you?
Well, I expected this would have been a little bit more high-scoring game, Chris, but as it's turned out, it's very low-scoring. 9-6 Aggie lead here at the half. That scoring come about by 4-yard rush for a touchdown by Howard.
Well, Dad, I'm gonna break in right there. The Fairview Aggie band's coming on the field. We'll be back momentarily with the breakdown after the sound of the Fairview Aggie marching band. Hey, will we come back? Yeah, we'll go into that. Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be here. Take your phone with you though. And that was the sound of the Fairview Aggie Marching Band. Two excellent bands, Dad. Fairview normally just far surpasses any other band that comes here. But I got to say, Carver did a good job, too.
They did. They really were lively and sounded good, on time. I don't know all the things that you look for in a musical performance is what makes it sound good, but it sounded good to me.
Well, so why don't we started kind of going down the breakdown of the first half. Why don't you tell us what happened in the first half, Dad?
Well, there's not a whole lot to say about what happened in the first half because not much happened in the first half. They opened the scoring. A 4-yard rush by Howard made it 6-0. That was early in the, about midways into the first quarter. Tried to go for 2 and was denied, so they kept 6. We came back in the 1:39 left in the first, and Cole Rennie, 3-yard rush, got a touchdown. Went for a extra point, and it was no good, so we had 6. Then right before the half started or ended, we moved the ball down, got it down around the 15-yard line, thereabouts. Colton Redding tried a 27-yard field goal, and it was good. The penalties, they had 1 in the first quarter. We had 3 total, but only 2 was penalized because one of them was declined. We had a holding and a delay of game, and they had a unintentional grounding.
Maybe they'll come back then.
We will. Well, the only penalty for them was an intentional grounding. I thought several holding calls were missed.
I agree with you.
Some that were more blatant than others. It's 9-6, and honestly, we were expecting it to be more of a blowout, but this Carver team showed up to play.
Well, it's like you and I were talking. One and go. You either stay and move on, or you go home for the rest of the summer, rest of the fall, next winter, and then spring come back and hope for the best. If you can come back. If you're a senior, you can't come back.
If you're a senior, you're just done.
Yeah, and, these guys, both teams, have put a lot of emphasis on this. You can tell by the way that they're playing.
Right.
That, it's irregardless what your record is. We may be undefeated, but that doesn't mean we can't be defeated. And they may go ahead and be a 500 or thereabouts team, but that doesn't mean that they're going to lose all the time.
Right.
So,
well,
both of them are playing inspired football. Let's put it that way.
Well, both teams are playing tough. I'm going to give some props to our defense. We've bent, but we haven't broken.
True.
We gave up that one drive, the very first drive that they had of the ball game. And other than that, we have not given up any points. We've held firm when we had to hold firm. And number 2, Dimitri Howard really has not hurt them that badly. Got about a minute 25 left until we come back with the second half. Dad, we're going to have to keep him contained. Okay, they're going to try and get the ball in his hands. We've seen that. They're going to line him up at running back. They're going to line him up for bubble screens and all kinds of things. We're going to have to stop number 2, and we're going to have to do what we want to do on the line of scrimmage. We're going to be right back after these messages with the start of the second half. You're listening to Friday Night Live, where Fairview leads 9-6. We'll be right back with the start of the second half after these messages.
You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium, and we're getting ready to kick off the second half. Fairview will be kicking the ball off to Carver. Carver will be receiving the ball coming out in the second half. Now, Carver is going to, if you're a Carver faithful, you're wanting points on the first drive. You're wanting to come out and set a tone. What you don't want to do is come out and give up 3 and out.
True.
If you're an Aggie, what you're wanting to do is come out, get them behind the sticks, and get them off the field.
Yeah. They had 5 first downs in the first half. And believe it or not, we had 7. But, that didn't turn into points until we got the field goal there at the end.
Goal.
So it's a no possibility, that this is not a tight game all the way to the end. And you and I discussed it earlier. We don't want to have a whoever holds the last possession wins the game situation involved.
Colt Rating gets ready to kick it off. And they shift right before the kickoff. It's going to bounce, and it's going to be recovered by the Aggies. The ball bounced on about the 35.
But you can't advance it. But Aggies have got it.
Advance it, but the Aggies have got it. And that is what a kicking game will do. What a weapon you have in that kicker. Holy cow.
Who was it who caught that ball on the bounce, Chris? Could you tell?
I think that was Zayden Cruz, number 16, but I'm not sure. It was either him or Jay Stevens, Dad. So 11:53, the first kickoff of the second half. Fairview gets excellent field position of the 34. Colt Rating takes the snap, hands it off to Harper on the left side to the 30.
There we go.
25, lowers his shoulder, forced out of bounds at about the 21. And that's a pickup of about 12 and an Adamaker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies. Fairview looks to the sideline now. 24 seconds left on the play clock. Harper stays out there with Redding. 2 receivers to the near side. Harper runs to the left. He's got one man to beat. Good open field tackle by the Carver defender. There was one guy who had a one-on-one with Harper, and he didn't try and hit him. He just locked up, and that was a smart play, young man.
He went low on him, too.
He did.
I'm surprised that people haven't been doing that to Harper a lot more, because that would be the ideal way to tackle him. They go high and he just bounces off of them.
Right. Connor Scott comes onto the field. Play clock down to 10. It's going to be second down to 10. Aggies on the line now. Colt Redding has Jones beside him in the backfield. He'll hand it off. No, runs off the right side himself. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards there, Dad. Let's see where the spot is. They're going to give him about 5, maybe 6 yards. Going to be second, make that third down at about 4 yards to go. You got to be thinking possible 2-down territory right here.
Well, either that or try and get another field goal.
Colt Redding's got Jake Harper beside him in the backfield. Takes the snap, looks to his left. It's covered, looks back across the middle, and it is knocked down.
Ooh.
Man, dangerous throw trying to hit Zayden Cruz.
He was double covered.
He was double covered, and they bat that ball down. It's going to be fourth down at about 5. Let's see, will they go for it? You got to think maybe a freeze if nothing else. Connor Scott comes in. He is the holder. Down to 15 on the play clock.
They're going into a huddle.
Yeah, you don't see this very often. Down to 10.
Breaking the huddle.
5 seconds on the play clock. They line up quick. There's the snap. Rolls to the right. As a man is Cruz. He's going to be very close to the marker.
I believe he got it, Chris.
I believe he got it. Let's wait and see. And waiting on the signal, and that will be a first down. An Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies.
Excellent pass.
First and goal. Ball on the 9. Redding takes the snap, hands it to Harper, goes to his right. Makes a cut. He's in there. Touchdown, Aggies.
Laundry on the field, Chris.
Oh, man. I missed that. Oh, well, we threw it again.
Yeah.
Picked it up, threw it again.
Practice it.
Yeah.
I think I know what this is based on where that flag is placed.
Well, it's going to be a holding call, going to be against Fairview. And that will take some points off the board. It's going to back them up now to about the 18-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 18. Colt Redding stays on the field. Jake Harper beside him. Now Connor Scott comes off. An extra offensive lineman comes on.
Bryce Newton. They've run him on that all season long, being the extra blocker.
Colt Redding in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Jake Harper off the left guard, maybe gets a yard. It's going to be a pickup of about a yard. It's going to make it second and goal from about the 17. And that holding penalty was costly.
It sure was.
Harper stays in. He's in the backfield, trips to the near side. There's the snap. They hand it off to Harper to the left. Cuts back to the right.
Breaks the tackle.
Over a guy, gets up to the 10. Inside the 10. Hard run there by Jake Harper. He's going to get up to about the 9-yard line. It's going to be third down and goal from about the 9 now. Got 8:55 left in the third quarter. Fairview looks to the sideline. Wouldn't be surprised to see them try and hit Jay Stevens again on that little underneath screen, Dad.
Yeah, that's worked 3 times, I believe, hasn't it, Chris?
Trips to the far side. Redding is looking at a blitz. It's being shown. And they're going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back after these messages. Fairview leads 9-6 on Friday Night Live.
You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium, where the score is 9-6. We've got 8:29 left in the third quarter, but Fairview is knocking on the door. They've got the ball on the 9. 3rd and goal from the 9. Fairview has a kicker who can make this. So if you need points, you can get a field goal. Jones is in the backfield with Redding. He adjusts his blocking, sends Jones out in motion, takes a snap, looks downfield, steps. Whoa! Wow, where's the flag? The Aggie guy is trying to get to the ball, and we got interference again and no call.
Grabbed a hold of him with both hands and jerked him back, Chris.
That was ridiculous. Wow. It's going to bring up 4th and goal now from the 9. And
going to try for a field goal, looks like.
Well, I mean, they're talking it over now. It's a little bit late now, guys. Oh, they're going to give a sideline warning to Fairview. And I can see what Coach Redding's saying. Oh, okay, you're going to blow a pass interference call.
But call with this.
But you're going to call us on a sideline infraction. And the Fairview Aggie fans are letting them know what they think of it, and I don't blame them.
No, I don't either. I don't know which rule book well, never mind.
Yeah, we'll stop right there. The Aggie faithful are giving the refs what for, and now we're going to have the attempt at the field goal. It'll be about a 27-yarder. Ball will be spotted at the 17. There's a snap, good kick. It's up and no good. It went wide to the left. I thought that kick was good, Dad.
I did too, Chris. It looked like it, but they had a better position than we did.
Right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, actually, we're going to hang with it. We're down to 8 minutes left in the third. The score's 9-6. And Carver just dodged a bullet right there. Because we have not seen them attempt an extra point. So you got to think, you get that extra point, or if you get that field goal for the Aggies, suddenly you got a 6-point lead.
Yeah.
Wade is in the shotgun, high snap, he fields it. He's rolling to his left, and man, the Aggies are being held. He's got a completion just across the line of scrimmage, picks up 5 or 6. And, the defensive line for the Aggies is getting mugged. It's going to be 2nd down at about 5. I guess holding penalties only go one way. 2nd down at about 5 now. Ball's going to be spotted on the 25-yard line. Wade comes out in the shotgun. High snap. He's going to look to his right. Now he's going to run. And looking downfield, he's going to throw it away. And here comes a flag. A late flag. Let's see who it's going to be on.
Maybe on us, Chris. The way the Tide's been going.
Side judge threw the flag. So it's going to be
ineligible downfield.
Ineligible downfield against Carver. So that's going to move them back with 7:27 left in the third. That penalty is going to back Carver up. Let's see where the final spot is. I'm going to say, Dan, I think that's a gimme call right there. I think that's sorry we messed up.
Well, I don't know, Chris. You got more faith in him than I do because
it's going to be
that's not the first time.
2nd and 13 now for the Rams. Number 2, Dimitri Howard lined up to this near side. High snap over the quarterback's head. He's being chased by Gambriel.
Another flag.
Down and another flag comes in. That's going to be a loss of about 7 or 8, but let's see what the call is. They have had multiple problems with the snap, Dad, for Carver, and that time it went over his head. That quarterback is 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". Holding call going to be against Carver. It will be declined. So that's going to move them back all the way back to about the 5-yard line. And it will be 2nd down and a country mile. About 24 yards to go.
What'd they get? 15 on that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it backed them all the way up to the 6. Quarterback comes out, number 9. That's Jarvis Wade. He is under center. Takes the snap. He pitches it to his left. And good defense by
Safety.
Stevens.
Safety.
Is it a safety? We're waiting on a signal.
Nobody's calling it.
We're waiting on a signal. It's not a touchdown signal for a safety. The officials are conferring. They're going to say he's down at about the 1.
Holy smokes.
Wow. Well, the punt unit comes on for Carver, and the punter is standing at the back of the end zone. The Aggies should come out with excellent field position. We saw Carver fake a punt last time. I don't expect that here. Not in their own end zone. There's the snap. Good snap. It's a low kick. It's going to bounce at about the 30 and go out.
Whoa, look here.
And we had one of the Carver guys late hit a Fairview Aggie, and I believe some flags come in, and there they are.
No, number 13 for Fairview.
Yeah. Number 13 had a late hit. The punt went out of bounds. It's going to be excellent field position for the Aggies, and it may be even better. We're waiting on a call. Here's the official. Personal foul against Carver. So Fairview would have gotten the ball on their own 25, but that's going to move it even closer down. How's this for a punt, Dad? About 5 yards.
True.
And again, kicking game comes out to be so important. So now Fairview will have the ball 1st and goal from the 9. Excuse me, 1st and 10 from the 11. Jones in the backfield with Redding. Redding's going to run it off left guard. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4, and then he'll be down.
Chris, that was so flagrant. It was wide open away from where the play was going.
Right.
And he just suplexed him, just kind of picked him up, grabbed him, and spun him down.
Well, I'm sure that young Aggie would say, I'll let you do that every time for 15 yards.
Yes, sir. 2nd
down, about 7 now. Colt Redding in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side. He'll hand it off to Harper.
There he goes.
Yes, down, Aggies! No flags on the field. Jake Harper planted his foot and goes for 10. And now coming on the field to attempt the extra point will be Colt Redding. Connor Scott is in the hole. There's a snap. And the kick hits the upright. No good.
My goodness, Chris.
Man, this is unusual for us. Well, the score of 15-6 with 6:08 left in the third. We'll be right back after this message on Friday Night Live.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. The score 15-6. Fairview leads.
I wouldn't have took a bet on this score being 15-6 at this point of the ball game, Chris.
No,
would you?
No, absolutely no way.
I don't believe I've seen one in the NFL or college yet this year that's that lopsided.
I don't know that we've seen a game this close with Fairview all year.
No.
Colt Redding gets ready to tee it up on the 40-yard line. And Carver shifting around, trying to get the ball to number 2.
Number 2's down there on the right corner.
There's the kick. It's deep, and it'll be fielded at about the 13. He's going to go to his left, all the way across the 20, up to the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds about the 34.
A very good return.
Good return for the Carver Rams. And that was number 13 on that return for Carver. I didn't see who made the tackle for the Aggies, Dad.
I didn't either. It was over on the other side, and it was a good crowd of people, and I couldn't really tell who it was.
Well, it's a 9-point game now, 15-6. That is a 2-score game. Will they start airing it out? Number 2, Dimitri Howard to the near side. They're lined up in trips. Wade takes the snap.
Looking at him.
Looking downfield, looking at Howard the whole way. Now he's got a man underneath at the 30. Complete up to the 35. Good tackle. Excellent tackle by Jay Stevens, number 21.
And boy gained about 3 yards, Chris.
You know, that was a good play by the quarterback. He was looking at Howard all the way.
Yeah, he was, but he was covered.
So he checked off to his guy down underneath.
I couldn't tell what the number was of the person that was on him, but he was right on him.
5:20 left in the third. 3 receivers to the near side now for Carver. 2 to the far side. Nobody in the backfield with a quarterback. He takes the snap. He's backing up, looking downfield, going deep. He got a man behind the defense. It was in his hands, and he dropped it. At about the 35, and he dropped it.
Oh, man, he's over there beating a hole in the ground with his fist. I don't blame him.
It's going to be third down, about 7.
Did you see who that was? What number?
I could not tell, Dad.
I couldn't either. Number?
I see what looks like a 5.
Yeah.
Might be Tarwan Johnson, the running back. He does line up at wideout some.
Yeah, that was a good,
well-designed play.
Yeah, it was the right thing at the right time, and he just didn't complete it.
All right, 2 receivers to either side. Howard to the near side. Quarterback takes the snap. Looks at Howard across the middle, and he's got him complete at about the 40. He's up across the 45 to the 46. And then he is down. He's still, he's in a lot of pain, helped up by the Aggies. And he's limping back to the huddle. Not before he got enough for an Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Rams.
That guy, he's not that big, Chris.
No, he's not.
But he runs and resists tackles like he's 6'3" or 6'4", you know, about 240.
Carver takes the snap, looks downfield, going deep. Got a man behind the defense. Back play. What a play by Zayden Cruz. Wow. That was an NFL caliber defensive back play.
That ball was just a little bit underthrown, just enough for Zayden to close the gap. He was right on him step for step, but he was able to close the gap and deflect it away. Man, what a play.
4:30 left in the third quarter. Fairview up 15-9. Second down and 10 now. Quarterback takes a snap, looks to his left. Nobody there, being forced to roll to his right. Tries to get it out. He's got it to Howard at the 35 or 45 up to the 42.
It's another first
down. That kid is dangerous. And he's still down. They're trying to help him up. He's on the Aggie sideline, and he's up now. He is not 100%, Dad.
Well, he's either not 100% or he's doing a good fake job because he's still running patterns and making catches.
A gamer is not going to come out.
No.
You're going to have to force him off the field.
He's on this side, lined up on the short side, Chris.
First and 10. They take a snap and hand it off right guard. Good run up to the 35, up to about the 33. That's going to be close to the sticks, Dad.
Yep.
And they're saying it is. It's a first down. An Adam Aker at Big Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Rams.
We're going to have to toughen, Chris. We're going to have to toughen it up.
Well, we've let them pick up yards, but we get down around the red zone and we toughen up. It's going to be first and 10 now. The ball's going to be on the 32. Quarterback Wade under center. Takes the snap. Fake handoff. Looks deep. Guns it long. Has a man, and it is caught.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Carver. Pass was complete to number 15, and they do a nice little dance recital. What a classy group of young men. And here comes the flag. Well, the flag will push them back on the kickoff. And I would tell them, you're down by 2 scores. You don't need to do that. So the officials are conferring. And we're still waiting on a sign. Okay. We still have not gotten any kind of sign or indication, Dad. They're marking it off. I'm sure it was unsportsmanlike for excessive celebration and basically acting like you've never been in the end zone before.
Well, he's walking over this way. Touchdown.
Dead ball.
Unsportsmanlike.
Sportsmanlike against Carver. So, Carver can't kick.
No, they haven't been able to.
They have to go for 2, so that's going to move them on back now. And they're going to spot it at about the 16-yard line or so. Scores 15-12. Carver's going to go for 2. And now they're adjusting it a bit. One side, back the other way. Sort of like when my wife wants me to move the couch.
Yeah.
You know, it's never going to go to the right place. Quarterback in the shotgun takes the snap. He's being chased by Jermaine Gabriel. Throws the ball, and it is incomplete. There was nobody downfield, and it was covered. So 3:29 left in the third. The score of 15-12. Fairview up by 3. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, and now Fairview gets ready to receive the kickoff from the Carver Rams. Would not surprise me, Dad, to see an onside right here.
Well, it's a little early, 3:29 left in the third.
Yeah.
But anything with this group is not out of the realm of possibility, Chris.
Kicker number 4, Kamari Stokes, gets ready to kick it off. And there it is. It's a squib kick. Fielded by Colt Redding at the 30, and he will down it there. Fairview takes over, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. And let's see who's coming on the field to handle the running back duties. And Carson Jones, looks like Carson Jones will start it off. That's the senior, number 26. About 800 yards rushing for Mr. Jones, and he had a heck of a year himself. Trips to the far side now. Play clock down to 15. Colt Redding has Jones beside him. Takes a snap. Jones takes it off left guard. Gets around the edge. He's got up to the 34. The flag comes in. Almost guarantee you it's a hold. Side judge threw it, Dad.
Yep, every time we run the ball, flag comes in, Chris. With the exception of Jake's touchdown.
Right.
Yep.
And it'll be a hold against Fairview. I gotta say the holding calls are very one-sided in this.
Yes, I agree.
And that's the main point of contention. The pass interference calls that are no calls, or the holding calls. 3:24 left in the third. Fairview leads 15-12. That penalty's going to back the Aggies up and make it 1st and 20. Moving back to about the 20-yard line. You're wanting to pick up about 7 yards a pop. Harper's in the backfield with Redding. Redding takes the snap. Harper's going to get the handoff to the left. Good defense. That goes nowhere. Maybe gets a yard. They held the edge so good. Their defensive end just doesn't give up anything.
He does not.
Going to be 2nd down, about 20 now. And that penalty, man, that really hurt us right there.
Well, it did. It started us off in the hole.
Yeah. And now you're looking at 2nd down at 20 against a fast defense.
Yeah, we got to go to the 42-yard line to get a 1st down.
Trips to the near side. Redding takes a snap. Pitches it out to Jones. He's got the edge. He's going to get up to the original line of scrimmage.
And another flag.
Pickup of about 10.
You see it over there? In front of the line, Judge?
I do now. It could be a late hit, or it could. That's a weird place for a hold call, Dad.
Yeah, it is. Probably.
It's a holding call on Fairview. Wow. Well, the officials, man, I'm just not even going to say anything, Dad. Penalty fest continues.
Well, you know, Chris,
I wouldn't have a problem, Dad, if it was going both ways.
That's what I started to say. That flag can come out of both pairs of pockets.
Right, it can.
But it's not.
2:36 left in the third. It's going to be, actually that one was declined. It's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder why.
All right, we got a late substitution now. We're down to 15 on the play clock. Colt Redding of his shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. 2, 1, and there's the snap. They got it off.
Barely.
Redding looks
going
downfield, going deep, and his guy got held up. Couldn't get past the defender. And, man, I don't even know what to say. That's 4 pass interference calls that they could basically tackle our wideouts. It's going to be 4th down and 11. Punt unit is on the field now for the Aggies. Jay Stevens stands back at about his own 16-yard line to receive the kick. Back deep, number 2. Jace has had some excellent punts tonight. That's a good one, too. It's going to bounce at the 45, fielded at about 35, cross the 40, cross the 50, and he's going to be forced out of bounds pretty close to the sideline, or pretty close to the midfield mark. I think he got across midfield. Yeah, we'll see where they spot it. There's a Carver Ram down injured on the far sideline. But there was several blocks in the back on that one, man, and the crowd is furious.
Hot. They are hot.
I don't blame them.
No, I don't either.
Well, they got the injured Carver Ram up, and they're trying to get him over to the bench. It's going to be an injury timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back on Friday Night Live.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. It's going to be 1st and 10 now. Carver's going to take the ball, looking deep downfield. And a big-time stop by number 5, Connor Scott. Had a man deep. Connor Scott made a break and a big-time play. Batted that ball down, Dad.
Almost picked that ball.
2nd and 10 from the 50 now.
1:49 left, Chris, in the third quarter.
Blake Rickard comes onto the field. Checking in is number 2, Dimitri Howard. Looks like he's headed to the near sideline, on our sideline. Got to be aware of where he is. And that's going to be a timeout. They let the play clock get away from them, Dad. And the Carver Rams have to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live. Fairview leads 15-12.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live on 2nd down and 10. Carver hit Dimitri Howard on a crossing route and got the ball in number 2's hands again, picked up 8. It's going to be 3rd down and 2, Dad.
Fans upset, Chris. They caught the holding that the refs didn't on that last play.
To either side now. Wade in the shotgun. There's a snap. He looks to his left. It is going to be caught across the 40 and brought down at about the 35. Pickup of about 6, and another Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. 1st down for the Rams. Well, we had a play without a penalty there. That's good. Maybe we could do 2 in a row. You think so?
No, that was 2.
Oh, okay.
That was number 2.
In the backfield, Wade in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks downfield. Big time cushion, and they get it out, caught at about the 20. That was Dimitri Howard, number 2 on the catch, Dad. And another Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevy Drive. 1st down for the Rams. Dimitri Howard limps to the near side now. He'll be lining up wide on our sideline. Trips on this side. Wade in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off, going off left guard. Has a block. He's going to pick up 5 or 6. Let's see where they forced him out of bounds. It's going to be a pickup down of about 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 now. Ball's going to be on about the 15.
Jake Harper blitzed on that and got into the backfield, but unfortunately, he blitzed from the left side of the defense, and the offense ran the opposite direction, so he got picked off before he get to it.
2 receivers now to either side. Quarterback Wade in the shotgun. Makes a handoff under pressure, being chased, and he throws it away. It was a screen and well defended. It would have gone nowhere. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 now. Good play by the quarterback, Wade. He kept giving up ground, and then just threw it away, Dad.
Yeah, he did. And he had a receiver out there. He had a running back that was in the vicinity.
He did, and wisely threw it at his feet, because if he would have caught it, it'd be a loss of about 6.
Yeah.
Wade in the shotgun now. 2 receivers to either side. There's the snap. It's 3rd and 4. He's hit his throw. Intercepted at the 15. Intercepted by Colt Redding. Number 15 made the play. Wow, what a big-time play by Colt Redding. I couldn't see who hit the quarterback. I want to say it was Jermaine Gambriel. Hit him as he threw it, and Fairview takes over. First and 10 now, the ball on the 16. Colt Redding's got Harper beside him. He's going to hand it off to Harper on the right. He's got a bit of a seam. Gets by one, runs over another, lowers his shoulder, and gets up to the 24. What a run by number 14. He only got 6 yards, but he made them pay, Dad. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. And guess where momentum is? Firmly on the side of the Fairview Aggies. They lead 15-12. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter after these messages on Friday Night Live.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help. So stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, and it's the start of the 4th quarter, Dad. And I'm going to say something I noticed while we were at that commercial break. The energy level on the sidelines are very, very different right now.
It is, Chris. I definitely agree with you.
Fairview is pumped up. They're jumping around. They're getting ready to score. Carver, they do not look happy. They do not look excited. It's going to be 2nd down, about 5. Ball's going to be spotted on about the 23-yard line.
Fairview's going to be going left to right now, Chris.
Harper is in the backfield. They're going to stack formation. And this is getting all the defenders in tight. Take the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to his left. It's going to be complete to Jay Stevens. Picks up about 2 yards. And then he'll be brought down. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2. And the clock keeps running.
Wow. I didn't see any yellow flags that time, Chris. I believe that's the first pass play that we've run this half that hadn't got yellow accompanying it.
It's going to be 2nd down, about 3 now. Well, it should be 3rd and 3. And they're looking to get the play clock down to 10. They better hurry up. Now they're going tight formation again. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Jake Harper in the backfield. He's going to take the snap, hands it off to Harper, going to the left, and nothing there.
Loses about 5 or 6.
I'm going to say about 2. But that is a loss of 2. Excellent defense there, man.
Well, you're right. It was 2.
It'll be 4th and 5 now. I expect the kick unit to come on. Jay Stevens, number 21, is a punter. Very dangerous return man for Carver. And we needed some first downs right there, guys. We really did. Jay Stevens will be standing on his own 10-yard line. There's the snap. Good kick. High kick. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 40. Let's see where it's spotted. About the 44-yard line. Not a bad kick at all.
No, it wasn't.
Defense has got to come up big here. You know, we had a turnover and we didn't get points out of it. You know, they drove down. They were in the red zone when we got the turnover. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Carver Rams. They got the ball at the 43-yard line. I would not be surprised to see him take a shot, Dad. That quarterback likes to go deep.
Well, he's been hitting that pass down the sidelines and over the middle all day.
They're going to hand it off left guard.
Not much there. About a yard.
I'd say 2. Jermaine Gambriel, number 55. Jake Harper, 14 on the tackle. 2nd and 7 now for the Rams. Where is number 2 at? That's something you have to be thinking about. He's lined up split out on the far side. Locked on him is Carson Jones with Colt Redding helping out over the top. The quarterback is Wade, number 9. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Swings it out to his running back out of the backfield. Good tackle.
Got up to about the 50. Up to the 50, Chris.
Good tackle there by number 22, Colby Bentley, Dad. Excellent open field tackle. It's going to be right on the 50, the near hash mark, going from right to left in front of us. It'll be 3rd down, about 4, maybe 5. Number 2, Dimitri Howard, is on the far sideline, split wide. You have to think about where he's at. 9:05 left in the ball game. Howard's moving around. Now he comes still. Quarterback's looking deep, looking at Howard. And Gambriel chasing him. He throws it for his man at the 10 and incomplete. And Jermaine Gambriel got tackled on the edge. And I'll tell you what, man, they even the defensive line started to say, "Hey, man, how about calling a hold there?" It's going to be 4th and 5.
Well, you know, you can't use the philosophy of let them play, Chris, when you're only letting one team play.
Well, they changed balls now. Play clock's down to 10. There's some confusion on the Carver side, and they got to take a timeout. That could be costly in a 3-point ball game. Carver takes a timeout. We'll do the same. 8:52 left to play. Fairview leads 15-12.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live at Dafford Smith Stadium. And it is gut check time. 4th and 5. A ball on the 50. And the cowbells are out in full force.
They are going for
Number
it.
9, Wade in the shotgun. Nobody back there with him. Spread formation.
Number 2's high and wide over there. Far side.
There's the snap. And he is being Forced out of the pocket by Gambriel. Jermaine Gambriel is making some moves, chasing him down, throws it downfield, incomplete. Incomplete. Pass broken up by number 16, Zayden Cruz. And Fairview takes over on downs. Wow. 1st and 10 from the 50 for the Aggies. Carson Jones is in the backfield. 8:52 left in the ball game. We have a late offensive lineman check-in for the Aggies. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Colt Redding takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Jones. He goes left guard, and then he trips. Good run, Dad. Pickup of about 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, he had 4 or 5 more yards ahead of him that could be clear, Chris, but he went ahead and tripped on that turf. One of them turf monkeys got him, I guess.
You know, we've seen several guys go down. You know, the footing out there, I wouldn't say it's treacherous, but it's slick.
Yeah. Well, we discussed what the condition of the field was earlier about how it looked damp.
Jake Harper checks into the ball game now beside Colt Redding. Shotgun formation. He's going to take it, hands it off to Harper. He goes off the right side across the 45 up to about the 40. That should be enough. Let's see the spot. If he doesn't have the first, he'll be very close. And there's the signal. That's enough for an Adam Maker at Mid-Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies. Fairview needs to keep the clock moving and keep the sticks moving. Run clock, run time, and just pound on this defense. Lean on them, guys. Colt Redding in the backfield. He's got Harper beside him. There's the snap. Harper takes it off right tackle. Across the 40, up to about the 35, where he'll be brought down there. Pickup of about 5, Dad.
That's about 3 or 4 more than I thought he was going to get. He just kept digging his feet, Chris. And, you know, it took about 4 of them to get him finally tackled.
Well, it did. That was an excellent, excellent run there by Jake. And, man, you're not going to get him down with the first guy. You're just not.
No.
You know, when somebody's averaging like 17 a carry for the season, they get yards after the hit. He's going to line up to the right of Redding. There's the snap. He hands it off to Jake. Good spin move. Gets forward up to about the 30. Very close to the sticks. Second effort and an Eddie Lacy spin. Got it, Dad. We're waiting on the signal now.
It's going to be about a yard short there, Chris.
Yeah, it's very, very short. It'll be third down, a half yard to go. Ball spotted on the 30. They need to get to the 29. 6:40 left in the ball game. 6:40 left in one team's season. And 6:40 left until the other team continues on their dreams. Colt Redding takes a snap. He runs it himself. He goes off of right guard and gets a first down. Smart play by the quarterback. It was a high snap. I think he was supposed to hand it off to Carson Jones. Wisely got the first down instead. That's an Adam Maker at Mid-Smith Chevy Drive. First down for the Aggies. Ball's up to about the 26. Fairview taking their time now. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Play clock down to 15. Now they break, get up to the line. Trips to the near side. Redding takes the snap. He's going to run behind it. Hands it off to Jones. Jones plants his foot. Gets upfield for about 3, maybe 4. His foot slipped on that cut, Dad.
Yeah, I did. I was going to say that. He put his foot down. It had a good cut, but his feet started to slide out from under him a little bit there.
But he's a senior. He's a leader. He made the smart move, and he got 3 yards.
Oh, yeah. 3 is a whole lot better than 1 or none.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 now. Harper in the ball game. Trips to the near side. Colt Redding in the shotgun. There's the snap. Rolls to his right.
Looking.
Oh, and couldn't get a handle on it. Had a guy incomplete. I think that ball slipped.
Yeah, I believe it did, Chris. It was at number 21, I think, wasn't it?
Trying to get it to Jay Stevens. That's been his main target so far tonight. He's hit Jay several times. That ball, the way it came out, Colt is an accurate passer. The way that ball came out, it had to have slipped.
Yeah. He was open, too. So, future reference. Maybe we can use it here in a minute.
3rd and 7. Jay Stevens lines up to the near side. Harper in the backfield beside Colt. He'll get the ball on the handoff to the right. He's got a bit of a seam up at 20. Lowers his shoulder and runs over somebody. He's going to get up to about the 16. Ooh. And the defender getting up slow. That's very close to the marker, but I think it's going to be just shy.
Be about a yard short according to the sticks over there.
4th and 1. Fairview not even looking like they're thinking about it. They're going for it. Play clock down to about 15. Now they're going to call the play. Play clock down to 10.
That'd be a 34-yard attempt on a field goal, Chris.
I mean, he could do that, but we're down to 5. They're going to have to call a timeout here.
They did.
And they did. There's a timeout taken by Fairview. They lead by 3, 15-12. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. I'm here with my dad, Joe Greer. Dad, you just said something in the break, and I think you hit the nail on the head. I want you to say that again.
Well, we got a little over 4 minutes left. If we don't convert this and they get the ball, it's going to be a guess if we can get it back. It's going to be difficult.
Well, you have to think it's 4th down. It's less than a yard. It's about 2 foot. Okay. It's a makeable field goal. From right here, it would be about a 33-yarder.
Yeah.
And that's doable. That's in Colt's range. But, man, you don't want 6 here. You want 7.
Well, not only that, but he's missed an extra point and a field goal tonight. So,
Redding in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He hands it off to Harper. Harper's going to get forward. He's going to be very close. It's all going to depend on the spot. He was hit in the backfield and drove forward. Let's wait and see where they spot it. Fairview saying a first. Carver saying no good. And they might have to get the sticks out.
Yeah, I believe they will, Chris.
Waiting on the sign.
Yep.
And
sticks.
there it is. They're going to take a timeout and bring the sticks out. We're going to go ahead and clue you in on what's happening in the other ball game right now. Right now, Good Hope is up 42-12. They're leading big. So congratulations to the Good Hope Raiders getting it done. So far, Fairview is as well. But I'll tell you what, man. This is too close for comfort.
Yeah, it most definitely is.
Well, here's the sticks. I believe they're going to be short, and they are. They're about 2 inches short. Carver takes over on downs. We have not seen evidence that Carver can kick a field goal.
Or an extra point.
So we have to think they're going to be going for it on 2 if they can score. About 4 minutes left in the ball game now, and Carver will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 16. The quarterback has an arm, DeJarvis Wade. But Fairview's done a good job of limiting what number 2, Dimitri Howard, has done. You can't stop a player of that talent, Dad, but they've limited him. Quarterback in the shotgun now. Takes a high snap, looks downfield.
Going deep.
Got a man behind the defense and batted down. Excellent defense by Zayden Cruz.
Boy, that's pretty. I thought he had it. And Cruz went so high that he was able to just reach up and get a hand on it and put it back on the ground. Pretty play.
He got just enough of his fingertips on that ball to bat it away. 2nd and 10 now. 3:57 left in the ball game. And Carver has gone deep multiple times, Dad.
They have, but fortunately they haven't been able to connect on them, Chris. Their mid-range passes is what's been hurting tonight.
Wade tries to hit a guy in mid-range. That's number 13, Sigler, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Would have been a pickup of about 3. The defense was all over it, but now it's going to be 3rd and 10. And if you are a pass rusher, if you are number 55, Jermaine Gambriel, it's time.
Put them ears back.
Pin those ears back and go, baby. It's time to get after it. Cowbells are out in full force.
Avery Latham's over there on the other side, Chris. Now he's called a timeout.
That's the last timeout for Carver. They call a timeout. We're going to take one as well.
He just signaled that was Fairview.
He signaled Carver. We'll be right back on Friday Night Live.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to...
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and Friday Night Live. 3rd and 10 for the Carver Rams. There's a snap. Quick swing out, complete at the line of scrimmage. And what a hit by Jake Stevens. He picks up about 6. And Jake Stevens chopped him down like a tree. It's going to be 4th and short.
Ooh.
4th down and about 2.
That's what I was talking about, Chris. They've been hurting us with that medium pass.
Well, they connected behind the line of scrimmage, turn on the jets, pick up 8 yards.
Yeah.
3:20 left in the ball game. 4th down. 4th and flag. Flags come in, and it's going to go against Carver. That is a big time penalty.
Motion.
And now 4th and 2 turns into 4th and 7. Carver looks to the sideline. 20 seconds left on the play clock. Game clock is at 3:14. This is it, guys. If we get a stop here, this is huge. Jarvis Wade in the shotgun. Looks to his right. Cover chase. And it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Fairview takes over on down.
No yellow on the field either, Chris.
The Cowbells have done their job. 3:06 2:37 left. Fairview takes over. 1st and 10 with the ball on the Carver. Looks to be about the 20-yard line, Dad. So they start in the red zone.
Ooh, good.
Oh, man. All right, we need a first down and run the clock. That's what we need. 3 minutes. They have no timeouts. They can't stop it.
We have one timeout left, Chris.
Jay Carper in the backfield with Colt Redding. There's the snap. Harper gets a handoff to the right. Gets to the edge. He's going to be gang tackled at about the 20. Moves the pile up to about the 16.
About 3-yard gain, Chris.
Yeah, we'll say 3 on first down.
Down to 2:52.
2nd and 7, and the clock tick.
26 seconds on the play clock. We still got plenty of time.
Harper still out there with Colt Redding. 2 receivers to the near side is Blake Rickard and Saden Cruz. Connor Scott, Jay Stevens to the far side. Play clock down to 5 now. We're getting ready to run the play. They line up. And they take it down to 1. Harper gets a handoff off the left side. And the ball's on the ground. The ball came out. I think Fairview recovered. And Harper had a seam for a second, Dad.
Yeah, it closed real quick.
Picked up about 6, but the ball came out. It came back. It'll be 3rd and 3.
We did recover the ball. We're down to 152, Chris.
If we get the first down here, it's ball game.
Yes.
If we get the first down here, we can kneel it out. If we get a field goal here, then they have to score a touchdown to tie.
Yeah. I don't even know. We're down to 125.
3rd and 4. And timeout taken. Last timeout for the Aggies. We'll take one too. Be right back on Friday Night Live.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. It's 3rd and 4. And Colt Redding is going to take the snap. He'll run it himself off the left side. And nothing doing, there. Dad. Nothing doing.
Tick, clock, tick. We're down to 110.
They're going to say he's going to lose a half a yard. We're down to 1:08.
Yeah, where are we at anyway,
30 seconds left
Chris?
on the play clock. Ball's on the 15.
Yeah.
So it'd be about a 34-yarder.
32.
And coming onto the field now is Connor Scott. He is the holder, down to 15 seconds. And they're going to go for it. 4th down and 6.
Sir.
And now they're going to shift. Play clock down to 7 seconds. There's the snap. Redding looks to his right.
Go.
He's got a man open. And out of his hands in the end zone. So with 31 seconds left, Carver takes over on downs. 31 seconds left, and somebody's season comes to an end. 31 seconds, and somebody moves on up to the second round, and they keep their dream alive. 31 seconds. Have never felt so long. Wade is in the shotgun. Number 2 to the near side. Takes the snap. Looks downfield short. It's going to be caught by Wade.
Got blockers ahead.
Got blockers. He'll be out of bounds. Pickup of about 10.
21 seconds.
21 seconds. He ran about 40 yards to pick up a 10-yard first down. But he did get an Adamaker at Mid-Smith Chevy Drive first down for the Rams. You have to think they're going to try and get behind the defense.
They are quick.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to go underneath. You're going to have to take a shot here. Wade in the shotgun.
Looking deep.
Downfield. Being chased. There's a holding call. And it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, my.
16 seconds.
Called holding on him.
And a holding call on Carver. Jermaine Gambriel came out like a rocket, and the only way they could slow him down, Dad, was to hold the jersey.
All right, let's see how far they move that back, Chris. That's 15, ain't it?
It's going to be moved back to about the 17-yard line.
Okay.
We've got 16 seconds left. Ball on about the 17. It's first and 25. That doesn't matter. They've got maybe 2 plays. If they're really fortunate, they'll have 3.
Yeah.
Jarvis Wade in at quarterback. He's going to be looking for Howard. Takes a snap.
Running it.
And he runs it swift and falls down.
8, 7,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And no good. They don't get enough to snap off. Fairview wins.
Whoa.
Fairview wins. Fairview wins. The Aggies come away with a nail biter. Woo. Man, what a ball game. Well, we want to say hello to everybody on the FM. Fairview comes out with a close win, 15 to 12. What a game. Oh, my word.
You know, Chris, what can you say? The guy went down. He didn't get tackled. He just went down.
Well, his feet slipped.
Yeah.
He tried to make the cut, and we talked about that quarterback doesn't like to run.
No, and that was obvious because he wasn't running very hard when he was running.
Well, he was trying to keep the play alive.
Yeah. You can't fault him.
No, not at all. He was trying to make a play. Look, you know what? Carver came into this stadium in a hostile environment and absolutely played their guts out. They don't have a single thing to be ashamed of. They gave us everything we wanted and then some.
Yeah, and, you know, statistically, you and I looked at everything and we thought, well, this will be a walk in the park. It was anything but, buddy. I mean, they played hard. We played hard. It was one of those games that you didn't know who was going to be the winner until the very, very end. Just like us counting down the clock. But it came out on our side again.
Well, Kalia just threw a flag. She just threw a flag on the officials.
Take it down on the field, Kalia, and show them how to do it.
She's going to wave it off now and say there's no pass interference. Well, Dad, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the stats. Fairview wins 15 to 12 in a nail biter, and they go on to playoffs. Man, I just absolutely could not talk for a second. And now they'll go to the playoffs week 2. We'll be right back. Fairview wins 15-12 on Friday Night Live.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help. So stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. And, Dad, the Aggies got it done tonight. It might have been ugly, but it certainly was a win. So why don't you talk us through a little bit about, we were talking during the break, I think the big difference in the second half for the Aggies was penalties. Because they just didn't get nearly as many.
Well, they've improved from what they have, done in the recent past. Let's put it that way. But they still got some, but I'm not hanging it on them, buddy. You saw what I saw, and
right.
Everybody else that's in this stadium saw what we saw.
Right.
So I'm not going to say this is a fault that you got to correct, because in most cases, I don't see anything to correct.
Right. Well, the Aggies, they got it done when they needed to. Their defense held firm. They held a very tough offense to just 2 scores. Excellent job from Fairview. I'm going to have to say 2 guys who jump out to me, Dad. Number one, and mostly for what they did in the secondary, is number 16, Cruz, and Colt Redding. Zayden Cruz played a great game, and so did Colt Redding. They had multiple pass breakups, and I'm talking, these are plays, if they don't make it, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, I will give Carver credit. They ran that mid-range little quick hitter right over the middle or off to the side a little bit, and it worked every single time, it would seem like.
Well, it did. Number 2 is such a dangerous player. He's a senior.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really curious where he'll be next year.
Well, Chris, you're right. He is very dangerous, but we pretty much neutralized him. It wasn't him that was really getting us. It was the other ones, the other wide receivers, and they would go ahead and catch the ball and get 15, 20 yards. But, number 2, we pretty much held him in close to the vest. We kind of was hanging out on him a little bit.
Well, the final score here, Fairview wins it 15-12. Penalty yards, 70 yards for the Aggies to 30 yards for Carver.
No, Carver is over here. Aggies over here.
Yeah.
We had 6 for 30 yards, and 2 of them were declined. On Fairview, they had 7 for 70.
Well, the final here, Fairview wins 15-12. And that's going to do it for us at Dafford Smith Stadium. We'll be back next week with Fairview in round 2. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. God bless America. Good night.
Are you